What is over here?
All right. Okay, at 7 o'clock, I'll go ahead and call the meeting to order. Darcy, you'd like to read the roll, please?
Moore,
Yep, here.
Marr,
Yes.
Moody,
Here.
Engstrom,
Here.
Engelhardt.
Here.
Ready, thank you. Item 3 is the pledge. Everybody that's able to stand, please do.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, item 4 then is perfection and approval of the agenda as printed. Is there a motion for that, please?
So moved.
Larry, second. All right, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Carry. Item 5 is in public comment time. If anybody out there wants to come up and talk to us.
Going.
All right. Okay, then let's go on then to item 6 is Davy Engineering. Come up here to, right up to the podium, and we're broadcasting, so if you tell everybody your name, please, and
I was told I was supposed to bring cookies.
Oh my God.
So we did.
He took it seriously.
We did. He told me. So I'll introduce myself. I'm Tim Stockton. I think Tim Holzer was here last month. Tim's kind of our marketing guy, lab guy. I'm actually an design engineer for Davy. Been there since 2018. I'm originally from Iowa. I grew up in Waterloo, Iowa. So I was back there this weekend, in fact. So, but I guess I'm here to answer any questions that you guys may have on our services. Also to, I guess, I was going to stick around for the Hardin proposal since we did submit one. And then if there's any, I guess, questions about the services that we offer, or and then maybe give a quick update too on that intersection, the Williams intersection. So,
I think that would be great.
yeah. So we're, I guess I'm going to ask for a date that you would like to bid this. My understanding is that we wanted to wait till July.
Correct, because of the fiscal year. Yep.
So we're pretty much ready. We need to put the specs together and finalize the plans, but I'd probably like to maybe go over it with Dave too before we actually do
Sure.
advertise it. But is there a date that you would like to have this bid, or?
What do you think is most favorable for bidding to get bidders to bid on the project? Is it better to do fall, or should we wait till spring, or what are we looking at as far as interest?
Normally the best time is usually right away at the beginning of the year.
Okay.
Contractors do get busy with projects, and this is not a very big project, so this might be a good filler project for the fall. So I would say that bidding at any time here, maybe the next July, August.
Okay.
They should be able to get it done by fall. And Dave, I think you guys are hoping to get it done before next winter. So I think, I think maybe we could look at advertising maybe sometime in July. Try to get a bid maybe in August, maybe 2 postings.
Okay.
And then we could set the schedule that they'd be done by maybe say the end of September or something like that.
Very good.
That's what we're planning to do.
Okay. Yeah.
And Dave, I'll just set up a time to meet with you and we'll go through things. Okay, any other questions for me on any of the other? I know Tim had presented our statement of qualifications. And if you had a chance to review any of that, if there's any specific questions I can address as far as what we do, or
You have one of these explanations about like the subdivision. Was there, I know it says,
is this for the Hardin subdivision or?
no, I meant in this statement of qualifications.
Yeah, that's for the Hardin subdivision.
No?
That's
I
for
know.
Hardin, yeah.
Okay. But when I'm looking at it, I was wondering if there was you mentioned some of the things that are on this, talking about different things that
That
you've
Davy
done, festival
Davy
foods and
said.
things like that.
Yeah.
I just didn't know if there was anything about the subdivision on these boards.
I mean, I think, just looking at the concept, I think we had a number of I guess, questions and just things. So we suggest doing like a preliminary study
Yeah.
just so we can assess that. And if you're looking at doing it in phases,
Yeah.
we got to see how we're going to phase it in. I
And
know.
I'm jumping the gun. So
Okay, yeah,
I'm getting ahead of myself.
sure.
Ignore me. Easy to do, or not.
Any other questions for me, or if you like the cookies?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's brownie points there. Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
So that
Well-
means next time brownies. Double brownie.
I will stick around for when you do talk about the Hardin.
Yeah.
If there's any specific questions.
You bet.
I can address.
There you go. All right. Thank you, sir.
Okay.
Yep.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, by golly, item 7, that is next, the Hardin subdivision project engineering proposals. Andy isn't here, is he?
Nope, I don't see him.
So you guys have, in your
That's
packet
WHKS.
was
WHKS.
the proposals from Davy and from WHKS. So, questions, I'm sure.
What page is that?
I left a hard copy out for you tonight, so you actually have a hard copy.
That's when I was
Yep.
referring to the wrong, we were talking about the wrong project. Now it's about subdivision. Okay, I have that on my mind. Okay.
So on the Davy, Tim, the 10,500 is just for your firm to do a preliminary study?
Yeah, it would be basically to kind of lay out or go through all the concepts and determine how the phasing would occur. I noticed there was, I think, sanitary on the concept, but there was nothing with water. And we want to also look at some of the elevations of stormwater. And then the sanitary looked like it all flowed off site. So if you're going to phase it, I guess we kind of want to figure out where the sewer is going to run to, at least the arrows that I saw on the drawing, so they're running off site. So I think we want to sit down. It's hard to put together full numbers when you don't know exactly where, sewer, water, storm sewer, all that stuff. And if you're going to phase it, how are you going to get each phase to work, especially when you start out? So I think our approach would be to kind of try to do a report and figure out what concept fits the best, and then do some analysis for water too, with the water pressure, all that. We need to determine that, and then where the sewer would run to, and then where we would like stormwater. So normally we do a kind of a preliminary report just to get more detail. So I think that would be our approach, would be to sit down with you guys, kind of work out, the phasing approach, where is all the utilities going to go, make sure the concept is finalized, and then we can get you hard numbers on what the construction costs and design and all that costs.
Has Ben Garrett given his opinion or looked this over as far as the
No.
concept? 'Cause
We
that would
haven't
be a
heard,
good
we haven't heard
opportunity.
anything.
He has ghosted us. We haven't gotten any contact from him for quite a while.
That sounds like something that would be up his alley as far as if the concepts are meeting the proposals and, isn't he?
Or does he have some say in how it's laid out?
No,
No.
well, this,
Wasn't he
it's,
going to be like the coordinator with the concepts? I mean, it would be interesting to get his,
it would be real interesting
Yeah.
if you could get a hold of the man.
and it would be helpful.
So, I'm just, Tim,
Yes.
would you please come up here because we're not catching you. I've got a question. Well, I'm taking a look because we've got this one,
Okay,
WHKS, and they've actually got this all done.
okay. When you say done,
Well, it's pretty well, all your questions.
yeah. They've answered?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So,
So they basically did some of the preliminary
Yeah.
concept and all that stuff.
exactly. Am I reading this right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You'd be right.
Yeah, we had not done any of that just because again, we weren't sure. what-
Well, that I understand, and then, so even last month, when your partner was here, he even expressed that, really wasn't, I don't know if I'm saying this right or not, but he wasn't real, comfortable with, because he made the comment last month that you guys really haven't you haven't done this in Iowa. Is that,
We haven't done
accurate?
subdivisions in Iowa. Most of our work in Iowa has been water and wastewater treatment systems. But we've done a bunch of subdivision work in Wisconsin. Of course, I've been doing this for 34 years, and I've done a number of subdivisions up in Wisconsin. So I think, you always want to kind of know what the client wants. In this case, it's you. the
sure, of
city.
course, yeah.
And so I think we understood that in the proposal, you provide a concept. But we had a number of questions on that, plus the topography, all that stuff needs to be looked at.
Mhm.
Sounds like maybe you got a proposal that somebody did that. We have not done that yet.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so we had asked for some money just because we wanted to make sure we looked at everything and
Sure.
that we were getting what you guys intended or what meeting your expectations. So, so I can just tell you that our proposal says, hey, we got to look at this, get the phasing down, look at where all the other utilities are going to go, then we can start putting some numbers to it.
So, how long would it take for you to get that done?
How long does that take? I'd say we could get it done probably in about a month. I'd want to have a meeting with whoever, just to kind of get some ideas on what you guys are thinking in terms of phasing. Is that concept that was in the proposal, is that the final street location and everything that you want? Is that how you want?
That's the
land
concept
subdivided?
that the council agreed on. Yeah. Mhm.
That you approved?
Mhm.
Okay, so
Yeah.
some of this we weren't sure how.
That
far
That we
along it
understand,
was,
yeah,
so.
yeah.
But yeah, certainly, again, I'd want to sit down with whoever put together the concept and make sure we understand. I was just looking to see if I had the map here. I don't know if I brought the proposal with me, but I know, again, specifically, just looking at the sanitary lines, just looking at the arrows, it looks like most of the sanitary runs kind of to the south.
Mhm.
Is there supposed to be a lift station there? Some of these are questions we just weren't sure.
Well, yeah,
Sure.
I know it, yeah.
We can make assumptions
Sure.
but I think we just felt,
Assume anything.
No.
I just think we'd feel more comfortable in discussing with
So how
whoever.
did WHKS get all the information to complete there? Did they make assumptions, just move ahead?
No, they actually called. They called and talked to Chris, and they called and talked to me, and I think they came on the site. Yeah, so they had
Yeah, we
conversation.
had not done that. yet,
Yeah.
so, I think our approach was to,
Right. Hmm.
to,
Yeah.
you know, do that, but get hired to do that, so. Make sure, again, we're doing what you guys want, so. Yeah, again, it's hard sometimes if you don't get proposals apples to apples. so-
Right. Yeah.
So, but, yeah, we can do that and be ready maybe next month, but yeah, we have to, I definitely want to have some discussions with whoever, you know, decision makers with the council.
So, is this something we table?
It's up to your council.
How soon were you, I mean, what's the schedule on this? Is that in terms of? Phase one implemented or?
Sooner the better.
Well, like I said, I could come next month with some layouts, but I would really like to meet with city staff before.
Sure.
Before
Yep.
We could revisit this at the July council meeting.
Yeah, maybe I could do Friday this week, otherwise I'd have to do Monday.
Going by fast.
Did I reach out to Darcy? and
Oh,
Chris?
absolutely, yeah. Yeah. So you think we could,
Yeah, I think.
Well, we'll
when's your
add
next
these guys that-
council?
Always the second Monday. So
Second one.
yeah. Yeah, July 13th.
We could have some stuff ready by then.
Yeah, 13th.
so what do you think, you guys?
Do you want
Yeah.
more time or?
I
Yeah.
would like to have another set appointment, another bid. So I would appreciate if you could.
Right, it'd be good to be, I guess, when I do meet with you guys, I want to make sure it's apples to
Sure.
apples.
Yeah, you need
Absolutely.
that, Yeah.
Yeah.
Because otherwise you're, getting two different.
Oh, no, you got it, yeah.
So I apologize, I didn't know that we were supposed to, we were just kind of refreshing, we need to do a study here to see
Yeah.
what you're thinking, so.
Well, and I agree with Mayor that I kind of understood the last month's gentleman saying that, yeah, you do them subdivisions, but because you haven't done them in Iowa, you kind of shy
Well, we
away
were
from
worried
them a little
about
bit.
our chances, just because, again, we don't have, so the proposal was asking for experience in Iowa. And now we're working up in McGregor and we're working in Lansing. I did a wastewater plant in Harper's Ferry. But as far as some, those were all the street repairs,
Yep,
they were all
yep.
replacements too, so. But I have done a number of them in Wisconsin, so. And I'm familiar with Iowa standards, so it's just a matter of, again, probably more so working with you guys to make sure we understand it.
Yep.
So why don't we just plan and I'll have something for you next month, and then Darcy, I'll get a hold of you.
Perfect. Yep. Mhm.
That'd be great.
Yep. And I'll get
Chris.
the operators. Yep. To
Okay.
sit down. Yep.
Very good.
All right, thank you,
Thank
sir.
you.
Thank you.
So, well, we probably need a motion to table till next month.
I'd make a motion to table the Hardin subdivision project engineering proposal until the July meeting, when we can have information from Davy.
All right, is there a second?
Second.
All right, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
No, all right, carry. Okay, let's then move on to item 8, 261 West Stoneman property. That's the, and Randy, you come on up here. Yeah, so if you guys remember, that's the lot the city owns on Stoneman. And so Randy's got a proposal.
Passed out some good copies here.
Thank you. Yeah, this one's much better. I can see
Yeah.
it.
Thank you.
Hey, yeah, that was like stick, that was like stick people, that other thing.
I'm Randy Emel, and we, the last few years, have started building some housing in the smaller communities, because LMP County says that there's housing shortage in Winnebago County. So we currently have a project going on in Austin, doing a home I was alerted that this property was available. You guys had looked at putting Homes for Iowa home on it and passed on that opportunity. And so looking at what was available and how it could pencil and still be profitable in Postville, Iowa, you basically have to come down to a duplex. And so we're looking at 1,038 square foot on each side. And I would look at the opportunity of, we've got the Board of Adjustments looking at this.
Towards the end of the month, it'll be, yeah.
You have to rezone it from to R2.
Well, you're asking for a special exception because of the lot size, yeah.
And so what I would do is if that passes next month, then come back and offer to purchase on this property and move forward and have something built yet this fall.
All right.
So will these be connected side by side?
Yeah.
I mean, this drawing looks like they're separate.
Yeah.
Well, there-
Common firewall
There's firewall here.
right here.
So this-
That's the front end and the back end.
Oh, okay, front and back, okay.
Yeah, so this would be the front of that.
Oh, I-
Towards the-
Yeah, they're really end to end.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's some narrow lot.
Randy, where's the front? This is the front?
Yeah, that would be the street. And then your alley would be back there.
Where's the first person enter at? Where's the entrance?
Well, you've got an entry there, an entry there, entry here, and entry here with the parking would be back there.
This is the
And
alley.
then there'd be a sidewalk up the side here.
This is the alley.
Yep.
This is the street.
The next page back shows
So the entrance is not right facing the street.
the front. There's an entrance here on the main
Okay,
street,
Okay,
and then two sides, and then one on the back alley.
so this is the entrance to the second apartment?
So these
To
two
the
are,
second part?
Yep.
Okay. Okay.
This is an empty lot.
Right,
Yes.
yeah.
Yep.
And it's owned by the city.
So this,
Okay.
there, oh, there's a porch there. Okay,
Yeah.
this is the-
so this would be the street side,
Okay.
this would be the alley. You'd have sidewalks down the side.
Okay. Since I wasn't there.
Any questions?
So it's like a modular home or?
No, it'll be stuck built.
Okay, all right, and you can do it that quickly.
Yes, so they're called EPS panels, and so they build them in a factory,
Oh, yeah.
and they bring them in and set them in place. And they'll have the structure itself set up in less than 2 weeks, and then they'll finish it off.
So this is on a concrete pad?
Yes,
No basement.
no basement.
How many spaces of off-street parking?
There'll be 4.
And where will that?
On
In
the
alley?
back side by the alley.
Oh, there's a porch by the porch.
No parking on the front,
No parking on the front.
but their entrance is on the front,
Their entrance is on the side and the front.
or on the side and the front. Okay, that way they
Yeah.
can park in the alley, come around the side and enter.
Yeah, they can come here or they can come around the front. There'll be a sidewalk down the side.
Okay. Is this, you're asking for a variation for the Board of Adjustment for the
Yeah,
zoning?
because first of all, any multifamily has to be approved by the Board of Adjustment. Okay, so he's got that issue. The second would be the size of the lot, because the size for a multifamily has to be 10,000 square feet. This lot is not that. So he would ask for a special exception because of the size of the lot to allow a two-family.
But there's a lot of them posted on our sites
Right,
that are
yeah.
2 families.
10,000 square feet is the total lot size?
No, that's what a multifamily would need to be.
Yeah.
This is-
36.
This is 6,700, I think, square feet. Yeah. So, yeah, so he's coming to you because you own the lot. And it makes no sense for him to go to the Board of Adjustment if you're not in favor of him doing so.
Right.
You'd be wasting his time.
So we need to make a motion.
You need to
This is
decide
something
if
we
you're,
need the Neighbors' approval or anything like that.
yeah, we would send out notices to the neighbors,
And
yeah.
That's for the Board of.
That's for the Board of
Air their views.
Mhm.
Okay.
I know we need housing. I think it's a good idea.
Do you know why the requirement of the original ordinance was 10,000 square feet?
It just always has
What
been,
was based on
probably based on,
crowding?
probably, I would say, in parking, probably.
And there's numerous facilities in town that are not that.
Right.
Oh,
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And they all received a variance, do we know, or were they just grandfathered?
Oh, who knows?
Not that it's a big deal, but if this is approved for the Board of Adjustments, does, like for fire numbering, is that still considered a Stoneman address considering parking and access is in the alley? And the alley doesn't have a street name, I'm assuming.
Right. No, the building would be given a number and then he would probably call it like A or B or,
Have to be alphanumeric.
yeah, something like that.
261.
Yeah, it'd be 261 and you could be, you know, A and B or
Yeah.
1 and 2 or however he would want it, we would call it.
Are there single family homes on either side?
Yes.
And how far would your structure be from the lot line?
8 foot on both sides.
Which
That's
is,
not a
which is
requirement.
He
within
makes
code.
setbacks.
He makes setbacks, yeah.
And I'm
And
sorry,
that's,
was the
that's
zoning
the okay
correct?
setback, right?
That is the
It is.
okay setback,
Right.
Or does
yeah.
the zoning have to
Yeah.
It could
change?
be 8 feet, yeah.
He has to go to R2.
Okay, so it's currently an R1.
It's an
Has to
R2. It is an
change.
R2.
It's already
is,
equipped
okay.
for it?
Yeah.
Okay.
The only thing we're really asking tonight is your blessing to move forward to go to
The Board of Adjustments.
Adjustments to, because if you don't want to move forward, then we don't need to make that.
Exactly, yeah. Yeah.
I'm in favor of it.
Just
Kind of
make a motion to approve the request to go before the Board of Adjustment.
So move.
Second.
Second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Yeah, all right, Randy.
Thank you.
Okay, item 9, library building and property projects.
Hello.
Crystal.
So I've talked to you guys a few times about this project we're working on in the back of the library, putting in an actual real permanent wall in the meeting room. I was told last week that we need to have you guys approve that project as well. So the reason we're working on that project is a couple things. The biggest one is for privacy. Every year we have FIDA, the senior volunteers do the low income tax assistance. And they are asking people incredibly personal questions right out in the open in the library.
It's in that room though. right?
Yeah, that meeting room we have where we have this like 1970s accordion door, which is cool because it's not long enough to shut on both sides. So it's always fun when new people come in and they shut it on one side and then they try and shut it on the other and it just opens. But it's not soundproof. So it really, there's no privacy. We also have, I looked at our list of organizations that utilize that room. Like we have Voc Rehab come in a lot. That's a group that works with special needs adults. And they'll meet with the folks they work with in the library to ask how their job is going, if they're having any difficulties, things like that. And that is something that I think those folks probably would like to discuss in private as well. Sometimes we have Riverview sexual assault counseling meet with people in that back room. I really feel like they deserve privacy. Sometimes we have parents who have to have supervised custody of their children meet their kids at the library. And again, I feel like that is kind of embarrassing to have to be doing that out in the open. And there's a social worker with a child too, so they're all being supervised. But to have that sort of out in the open and to know that the whole public can hear your interactions with your child when you only get to see them however often. So privacy is the main issue. Safety is another concern. It's another boon for putting this in for us. We have had patrons go in the back and we caught them vaping. So, because we can't lock it. So it's effectively this like secret little corner where we can't see with the video cameras. And sometimes if you're helping a patron at the front desk, if you have a patron come in another door and they just sort of sneak back there, you don't do another back there. And then you smell something fun. So, having a wall with a door would enable us to keep that room locked, except when someone had checked out the key and was using it, and then we would always know who was using it. Another thing that has happened before is, people come in and sneak into that room, and there's been times where I'm working alone, or another staff, can work alone too, but it's happened to me where I'm like literally shutting the lights off and going in the back to turn the sign, and there's a guy back there. And nothing bad's ever happened, but if I'm there alone, yeah, that certainly doesn't make me feel great. And then I'm there alone. All the other patrons have left, and I have to tell this person I need to leave. So those are some of the reasons we want to put a wall in. And we're planning to take out that big giant table that takes up the entire space and get some flexible tables and chairs, which will be purchased by the Friends of the Library through a grant they got from St. Paul's Lutheran Church, that are on wheels and that fold flat. So the table really becomes really skinny and it can be wheeled out. The chairs can be wheeled out. So that space can become whatever we need it to be. We could make it kind of like this for city or for library board meetings. We could set it up like a classroom if we had other things going on. We've had some like trainings from ISU Extension, like classes for seniors back there, where it was a little bit awkward because there was like 10 people and there's not 10 seats around that table. That space could be completely open for any activities we ever wanted to do. So that's the plan with that. And we got our 2 bids, and I'm a little worried now because we were already planning to have started construction. I'm just concerned about if we don't use that part of our budget, we lose it, since, you know, we're part of the pot now. And I wasn't told this sooner.
Can I ask you a
So,
question? Is
yeah.
this- Was this in your budget for this?
yeah, absolutely. It's not over budget or anything.
Why is this project being like even presented to us for approval when usually the boards kind of act independently or they decide within their budget? What makes this project?
Well, the library building itself is city property,
Structure.
the structure. So that's, you
So
get it.
that's how we're approving this.
So,
And our board, I'm sorry, I left out an important part. We met the board met last month and approved a bid to move forward. And I had already informed our construction company that we were doing that, and then had to call and say, just kidding, now it has to be approved again. And so that makes me look not
well,
right.
if you explain, I mean, I'm sure people understand things like that. I just, I was looking at here that it says there's tiling projects that need to be done. Was that something is that in the libraries?
I was looking at that for maybe next fiscal year. That may take more than a year of budget. But we do have a CD and we do have savings. I think that we got, before my time, $10,000 to potentially do that project, but it never got done.
The wall one?
The tiling, no,
Oh, the
we've had
tiling.
water in our HVAC. So, but apparently that's been a thing forever. And
So
no
then
one
I
was
guess
worried
it's
about
overdue,
it.
yeah.
But to mitigate some of that water getting into that system, yeah, I would certainly love to look into that.
You don't have enough money to put up a wall and to do the tiling both in 1 year?
Oh, I don't think so, no. I don't know how much the tiling is,
Cynical.
probably more than 10 grand.
What,
No, we
how
have tiling
important
bids.
is that tiling? I mean, I'm not sure. I know what it is.
You
but-
have the tiling bids in front of you.
Well, there was discussion about it probably 10
What?
years ago, so I can't
Buildings
just
are on
imagine.
slab.
Pretty close.
Well, I'm thinking it's probably gotten worse every year that it should have been done. I'm guessing, I don't know.
Yeah, I
Can't we, don't we have,
that.
does the city do any of that kind of construction? Or wall?
Well, the one that is from the city, right?
Right, the city providing the material, yeah.
So if we do, so does this project have to be just approved or actually completed by the end of the fiscal year? In order for us to,
Pay for it in the fiscal year.
yeah, I mean, not to. sort of
Well, you
use
can,
those
you
funds for
can
the next year.
prepay even before the project's done.
Well, you could get the material and have
Yeah,
that expense
all of
paid
that,
for.
yeah.
So does
But
it have to be actually completed?
If it's not, so it would, like any project with the city, if you don't complete it and you go into the next fiscal year, then you have to amend your budget to accommodate for what you didn't complete. So you could do a budget amendment in taking into consideration the project that didn't get complete in the previous fiscal year.
Portion of that.
Right.
My concern is that we have the money for the wall project this year, like I budgeted for it. And so I'm worried if we don't finish it in the fiscal, that money's now gone, that we didn't get to use on anything, and now I have to use next fiscal year's money. for
Right,
that.
no, because you would do a budget amendment to accommodate for that expenditure.
So we still get that.
Right, yeah, it's just
Okay.
pulled into
That's
the
why I'm
next
not
year.
using the funds.
Right, yeah.
Chris, who are your bids?
So we got Fresco and ECR. I called probably, well, a couple other companies, they weren't interested. One company that was recommended had a criminal background that we can't have in the library, so.
They said what?
We called a lot of companies and we got 2 bids.
And did DCR provide you with a materials list?
No, what you guys have is what I have. I actually asked him to come tonight, but again, since it was less than a week's notice and he's in school, he wasn't able to come.
So Cresco's charging $8,600.
Yeah, the $1,000 travel fee. Fresco's, I mean, they build beautiful, giant buildings. Like, they did us a favor even giving us a bid, quite
That's
honestly.
quite different from 2000 from.
Well, that, yeah, and I'm confused. That bid doesn't have painting on it. Not that painting costs all that much.
They also said the wood would be provided, material supplied by.
Yeah, I'm confused on that too, because then the materials are listed separately with a different price amount. So,
Right, so the materials would be provided by the city. So the city would go
Oh,
get the
okay.
materials, that's the material list. And then the Cruise Construction would do the labor of $2,000, but you're right, he would not include painting, but the city would do the painting, so that's not a big deal.
I guess it just would have been nice to know that cruise construction existed 2 months ago when I told the city about the project. So I didn't spend time getting a bid for however many thousands of dollars from Fresco. And I'm sure had the library board known of that option, that they would have gone with that as well. That third bid you guys have, that's the far lowest. My board hasn't even seen that until I forwarded it to them last week.
Well, there's also a mold issue too, right? In the library, I mean, I saw a packet of some stuff that passed around too.
On the window sills was sent to me, yeah.
That's something that should be addressed too, right?
Yeah, certainly some windows probably need to be addressed, yeah.
If we go with the lower bid and then, like you were saying, next fiscal year with the funds that were left over in the budget, would they have to specifically be used? Like for the tiling, do we have to specifically say what we're designating that money for?
That's fine with me.
We have to say it now, before the end of the fiscal year?
Whatever
Do we
your,
have to designate it?
whatever your direction is. So if you
Is
want,
that a requirement or it's not a requirement? We can just make a budget amendment.
no,
in the
you
next
have to say what you're using the funds for. If you're doing a budget amendment, you have to say
Right,
what you're using those funds for.
right. But is
Yeah.
there a restriction? Is it only for like the structural projects that we're approving?
Correct, yeah, because you oversee the library's
Okay,
building itself.
right.
So let me ask, tell me, how come the tiling hadn't been done over the years? Do you know why?
I don't know.
Do
I
you
know,
anything about that, Dave?
I don't, I was pretty sure they had some bids.
Back in the day? What is the problem? Is there like standing water?
The HVAC system is under the ground. There's no tunnel to access it. So this is a first for me in my almost 4 years. You remember when we had all that rain?
Right.
I came in the library in the morning and I heard what I thought was a raccoon in the book drop, which might have been more fun. And so it wasn't. I just heard this like banging and it sounded like water too. And so I heard it coming from, there's a vent right next to the book drop. So I unscrewed it and looked in and saw about a foot of water sitting in our HVAC system.
Wow.
So I called B&K because I'm assuming that's not a good thing. I'm not a professional, but, and he expressed that was not a great thing. We talked about a sump pump, but it's such a tiny access point. And then where's the pump going out? Potentially, I guess the front door, how the heck we do that? I don't know. But then city guys came out and were sharing that like, yeah, we were going to tile this, but it just never happened. And that might help mitigate some of that water getting into that
And I
system.
don't think it's very safe to have that water in.
No, and what I could see, you can literally stick your whole head in. What I could see was that, our system was trying to suck in air to run itself. The entire intake down low, it's about 2-3 feet down, was covered in water. So it couldn't suck in
Couldn't
any
suck
air.
anything
That's
in.
what that noise was. But as that water started to recede, then the noise went away.
Yeah.
But I mean, there was standing water in there several inches for weeks. And then my brain thought mosquitoes. And then, yeah, what about mold, like in the whole library at some point? That's so. And then I feel like it's probably not good for the HVAC system in general, and those are really
Well, the next
expensive.
thing you're gonna have to replace that.
Right, so,
Do you do an annual maintenance check on your HVAC system?
no. Could certainly add that. It has been looked at recently because the
I mean,
one in the back stopped working. We have two.
But I mean, just for simple things, filter changes.
Oh, I do the filters every 3 months. There's
Inside.
8 of them. Yeah, there's a lot of them. Yeah. Yeah, I do those regularly. I have it in my plan.
But again, make sure, if you say called B&K, I would get an idea of the cost, know what it is, have it in your budget, again, for next year. Not that we can do anything now with that budget.
Yeah, I
but
mean,
But it's another expense that you just need to be aware of. But
sure.
with preventative maintenance,
Take care of that.
We've got space in our building and repair and maintenance budget for sure. Like we've not spent that this year.
and maybe a preventative maintenance would have.
Yeah, we have the back one looked
Seen
at
that.
recently because it stopped working, but
Well, I've been hearing about this water thing. I'm really more concerned about that than the door or the wall. I mean,
Where's, is there a pit here for the, that's bacon and sable
Right,
Yep.
yeah.
on the wall?
No, that would
No,
be the
that's
tiling.
tiling.
I mean, the tiling, yeah. You got enough money for the wall. You need a motion to approve that? Is that where we're at on
You
this?
gotta have something here, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I move that we approve construction for the building of this wall inside the library. Provide the lock, the door, the lock, and all that stuff.
Second.
I'll second
Any further
Deborah
discussion?
had already said
Oh,
it.
I'm sorry. Yeah.
do I need to resubmit all those bids to my board as well
No.
to approve? Okay.
Yeah, go ahead,
No,
Deborah.
she had the second.
She had
Oh,
a
I'm
second.
sorry.
You have a
Okay,
motion in
yeah.
a second.
Maybe you should shut this thing off so I can hear.
I'll just be done.
But like we said, that does not include paint or painting. Correct?
Right. Also door locks, I didn't see that. That's really important.
it. Lock?
We need a lock on it.
So I did have Cindy Barnes call me today and she was concerned about there being a lock on a door.
It would only lock from the outside
Okay.
and it would be with a key. That's what I requested from ACR. So I could give Cruz a call and talk to him about that. I also want the biggest window possible. We want a window on the door to make sure we can see into the room. We thought it would be cheaper than actually making a window in the wall. So that room would be locked to the public unless they came and checked out the key from one of me or my staff. And then we know exactly who's in there. We would unlock it for them. They would not be able to lock the door.
Are those windows openable so it's an egress?
Yeah, there's two in the back.
They're not
And they're functional.
shut or
Functional.
they're able to open up.
I don't know if you guys have been to the Decorah Library lately. They have two of these really cool, they have meeting rooms, but they have two of these little study rooms that are the same exact thing, except they're much smaller. There's no egress in those rooms whatsoever. But yes, this has two very tall windows that you can,
Yeah, I didn't know if they
One
opened. I've
Yeah.
just never seen them.
um,
I didn't know if they could even.
and they
open.
also have doors that lock on those two rooms as well. But you can't lock it. I mean, you could, I guess, go in there and try and lock it, but they have a key to it. If there's more than one key, we can make more than one key.
So do you have camera capability for that area? Just to
We
see
could probably add a
coming
camera.
and going?
Oh, well, we can absolutely see every entrance and exit to the library, all around the library. And we can see if someone goes back there. There isn't a camera that goes directly into the room, but if there's a wall and a door, it's not gonna be able to see in it anyway. So. But yeah, we can see from both angles if you're going in there, so.
Is there a reason why we can't like accept the bid or whatever for the tiling?
Yes,
project?
please
Even
do.
when we add it,
Yeah,
we're
no,
still coming under the one.
you
bid.
need to, even if it doesn't get done in June.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'd like to make
Okay,
motion or whatever to accept the.
Sure, we'll cover the wall first.
yeah, we just have a motion and a second on,
Oh,
We haven't taken.
we
a
haven't
vote
taken
yet.
a vote on the
Oh,
wall
did
yet.
I do second?
You seconded
You seconded
On
the
the
wall.
wall,
Oh.
second on the wall.
sorry.
the motion.
I'm gonna call for question.
Yes, and then I call for questions. And now, all those in favor say aye.
All right,
Those say no. Right.
I oppose it unless we,
Okay.
well, huh?
Yeah.
Because I don't know, I mean, I don't, first of all, if you have that, you can't, I mean, our book club meets there, maybe we're not supposed to meet there, but,
No, you absolutely can.
well, if that's closed in, we have people that are sitting outside of that.
No, this is what we fixed as well. We're getting rid of that table. And we're gonna get smaller tables on wheels where you guys can set it up however you want. So you guys could set it up as like a circle. So you could all be facing each other and
We
actually
are
see each
kind
other.
of facing each other in the triangle.
Yeah,
Well,
I
we
mean,
have
you
to go
could set
outside
the
of the room.
tables however you wanted. And if you wanted to call ahead and tell one of us how to set them for you, you could do
Well,
that.
we can.
And you have a standing date, so it's already reserved.
That was a concern.
So you'll have more space, because that table really is kind of big.
It is.
I mean, it's too big for the room, really.
So I
So,
mean, if you have a round table, and there's still that many people sitting next to next,
no, we're gonna have multiple, so there,
I guess I don't understand how things work.
have you been in the
What's
fine
that?
arts lobby at the school?
No, that's other
No.
stuff I had him do.
Yeah, I got it.
Yeah.
So the fine arts lobby at the school, they've got all these tables on wheels, and I would say each table is like maybe a foot and a half or two.
Can we bring
by
up
like
the
3 or
door
4
too
feet.
while
So
we're
each
at it?
table is
That I
kinda
want
like
the
1 to
door.
2
Can we
tables
paint the
set
Oh,
up.
door?
sure.
Yeah.
And so you can set those up however you
The
want.
front
So you
door.
can set those up in like
I'd like
rows,
somebody
if
to
you
make
had
a
some
motion
in
to that.
class,
We'll
you
get a
can set
motion
them
for
up in a
that.
Circle, so you would have more flexibility, and you would probably be able to get more people seated in there. That's another reason I wanted to
Well,
do
not a
this,
lot.
because the
But this is included.
I highlighted Bacon. Bacon's got several things on
No,
there
you
for
have-
me. The top
That's
one
right
is
from
the
the
library.
library.
Yeah, he had some other stuff he was
Oh, I was
working on.
like, that's.
No,
I mean, that's
the
all I'm
top
gonna say
one where I had it
about my-
highlighted.
Okay, so you're with no vote.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. It's passed on the wall. So then, tile.
Yep.
Motion.
Yes, to accept Sabre Construction for the tiling.
Okay.
I haven't seen any of those bids, so. how much are they?
So Zabo Construction was $1,750 and Bacon Concrete was $2,800.
Wow,
It's great that we can do. it.
yeah,
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah.
Is there a
So
second?
you had a, yeah, okay. A second?
Yes.
Any further discussion? Not all those in favor say aye.
all right.
So no, okay, that's passed. And then we got the subject of the front door.
So that was in the pass around packet. It looks like your front
Yeah.
door could use a little paint job.
Could use a little sanding and some love. Oh, you mean the very, yeah, we're actually working with the school. I brought that up at our April whatever meeting. Darcy knew that. We're working with the school district, probably obviously next year. I contacted them kind of late. I got this idea at the IRDC summit to have the high school art class paint our front door. So, the teachers are on summer break. So, I mean, if in the meantime, we want to just paint over it,
Just paint it?
You might
Well,
want to
like
just put some primer
a
on it.
mural, like have it be
How can you
really,
do a mural on it?
I mean, just a nice
Yeah,
art
put a
piece.
Giraffe
So,
or something.
so that the library feels welcoming and warm and colorful and youthful. It's a little bit of a plain building. So yeah, so we're working on that. But the teachers are obviously on break, so
Would you object if we painted it in the meantime?
no,
Okay.
no, because that art project we did faded. So
So I need a motion.
Motion.
So I would make a motion then to have that front door either primed and repainted or,
should we do like a new, very nice neutral lighter?
I actually have some ideas for you if you want to take them with you and give her that printout that I had in there with the
the color chart.
Oh, yeah.
why it said those colors based on the building color.
Mm.
And if that could be somehow coordinated with whoever, if you're hiring
Sure.
painting done, if the city guys are doing it, or if it's being hired out.
Mhm.
Right there's a good painter.
Yeah.
He makes some mean bars and he can paint.
Okay, so I had a motion. Was there a second?
I did. I motioned
Yeah.
for the door.
Second.
I'll second.
All right, all in favor say aye.
All right.
So no, all right.
So what's my direction on who do I tell about my color choices.
You can just let me know and I'll have
Okay.
one of the city guys.
So what's with the mold and the window frames? Because that would be structural as well.
Right. I think we're going to need to go out and get some pricing. I think we need to have someone take a look at those windows.
Not me.
Not you.
Crystal, anything else?
I can do consent agenda stuff as far as this topic, no.
Okay.
Just come back. Well, I guess it's next, isn't it?
What's
You
that?
want me to just go now? I said the three good things.
Oh, it's not.
No, okay, awesome.
Done with that. Go on to item 10 then, equipment purchase requests.
Okay, so we've been talking about getting something that might be a little bit easier to water flowers, maybe use throughout the city. And I gave just a few ideas in your packet that the mayor and I kind of talked about. And I guess it's kind of hard to know what to go look for if I don't know a dollar amount. So we're wondering if you could kind of give us some direction and maybe an amount not to exceed that we could go look for something that would maybe work.
So right now, if you noticed, our watering system is a John Deere lawnmower and a little trailer with it that holds just a little bit of a tank. And it'd be nice if a guy, and I gotta mention this because I think right now our flowers look better than any town, and they do, because I've been through it, and anyway. But to keep them that way, we found out that it takes fertilizer, and when the temperature gets warm, they do it water twice a day.
And the bug spray.
And the bug spray, yeah.
We
When you
learned a
see them
lot.
start to die, you just bug spray them. So, and then it goes back to the fact that these flowers aren't cheap, and then but they're just they look great right now. My goodness. So back to the fact that we're just using a lawnmower and a little cart,
Who's doing it?
City guys.
our summer help.
Okay.
And on the weekends, then we'll have volunteers if we got to go to do it. But anyway, so here we are. We're tying up a lawnmower. We got a small tank which means that they got to go back and refill it. So it just makes sense to get a machine like I kind of a John Deere guy, so I talked about a Gator.
A utility.
And that way, you could put I suppose a 50-gallon tank on them, I imagine, something like that. Yeah.
That's what I was looking for.
Are
See
these
what
the
the
ones
weight-
pictured here in our stuff?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what he's talking
Yeah.
about.
Yeah.
And not,
Well, I see Darcy had thrown in one from
Yeah.
Dallas.
Road,
From
yeah.
Cabela's, because I thought that might drive down the sidewalk easier, where the John Deere, I don't think you could get that down the sidewalk. You'd have to
They're a
try and
little longer
maneuver
than a
parked
normal.
cars, maybe.
Oh, you can get
Right,
down
but
there.
you could get
this
it
is
down.
something. This at least gives you a different price.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't matter to me.
Yeah.
You could get a golf cart as far as I care, but
Yeah.
we were just trying to figure out what would make the most sense that it could be used multiple places.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then you bet. And that could be. And then still the idea is to put a bigger water tank on, which requires more weight.
Oh, right.
Yeah. So
I was just seeing that one that from Cabela's had a 500-pound
Yeah.
box limit.
Mhm.
Or
maybe you have other ideas.
I think the ability to go down the sidewalk is a big deal.
Yeah.
Right?
they'd go down the sidewalk.
oh yeah.
But the Gator will make it down
Oh
there.
yeah.
The Gator's gonna be a little bit wider than.
I mean, to
side
fit
by
through
side.
the decorative poles is what I was trying to figure out that distance.
Between that.
Is
Who's
it, you
gonna
think
be
it's
in-
okay?
Who's gonna be like in ownership of the machine?
City of Postville.
Well, department wise, who's gonna have access to it?
Well, it'd
It's
be
at
all
the
of
water.
but it's at the water plant. That's where we keep it.
And so Dave, you're here, is there anything you guys would have use for it when it's not in the act of watering flowers? Like what? Just as examples,
Winter painting and stuff,
What?
just for hauling.
just for tools and stuff.
We run
Prepping,
So would you prefer something that has a cab or an open like a gator?
It's probably gonna have to be open somewhere. Cause you gotta lift that hose up quite a ways.
It'd be hard to do it that way.
And it's nicer if you can do it off the seat.
Mhm.
You have to get out and do it.
You just do it with
Battery
a,
operated?
what, a
Wand.
just a tall wand?
Like a 10-foot piece of copper pipe.
These gas operated or battery or
Yes.
gas?
Do they make a 4-wheel drive gator?
Yeah, but we don't need that.
I just was curious. I just
Yeah,
seen they were
they-
both
yeah.
2-wheel.
Oh, I said 2-wheel drive gas.
Yeah, well, so if you look at those gators there that are on, that's what we would be looking for.
That first one looks a little narrower. The first gator
Let's see.
from W Engineering, yeah.
Oh, that first thing from Darcy's, yeah.
Mhm.
I meant the one with the 2 John Deere's, the first one. That's not always-
Why, they have hours on because they're used?
Mhm.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Well, those machines are gone
Yeah.
because I called. They're gone.
Oh, okay.
So we don't even really know the price yet.
No, that's why I'm just saying, if you could tell me what you want to spend, then we can shop.
What's in the budget?
Well, we were saying 9,000 was our top
That's what I
number,
was thinking too.
an amount not to exceed.
Can we make a motion?
Mhm.
I move that we have a cap of 9,000 for a gator that we would be using to water the flowers, etc.
Okay, is there a second?
Second.
All right. With further discussion? If not, all those in favor say aye. Oh, say no. Okay, get that done. Let's go on to item 11 then, the consent agenda. Anything you guys want pulled out of there?
I just wanted to share some good stuff going on at the library. In May, we had 20 to 30 kids show up every Thursday for our Scouts collaboration, formerly known as Boy Scouts. They learned about like first aid. They learned how to make a campfire. They brought kayaks one day, and then they set up a tent one time. So it was really fun. We also have been working on getting books out into our community at places where maybe it's not as easy for them to get into the library. So we kicked off this program with the daycare. The daycare does come, especially in summer, usually every week we read stories to the kids at the summer camp at daycare, and then they'll all check out books. And but throughout the school year, they're not always able to do that. They don't have the staffing with all the ratios to bring kids all the time. So we created book tubs for every single classroom. I think there was 5 for the different age groups, and we made a form so they could say, you know, what languages they wanted and what levels they wanted. So now the kids in all of the daycare classrooms can access 20 to 30 books every month, and we rotate them out once a month. So they always have new books that they are reading. And we are also starting this this week with Grand Meadows Glen. Instead of obviously board books, we're going to do large print books and also magazines, and they'll have a tub as well with a slightly less childish sticker on it. And we'll leave those for a month, and then we'll rotate those out as well, so that folks that maybe aren't easily able to get to the library can still check out books and have access to new books every month.
So do you drive the buckets there?
I'm doing it myself. Yep.
And then they check it out
And then we
later
just
you come back
basically
and-
leave the bucket open.
Mhm.
And so in the classrooms, the kids have access to those books only in the classrooms. They don't leave the facility at all.
Okay.
At Grand Meadows Glen, we'll have a sign that says, please bring it back by such and such a date. I lied about the date. It's way before we need them. And then it's just a bin, and they'll be able to put their books back, grab another book, and then we'll change that out once a month as well.
That's a great idea.
Starting in fall, we're doing with Head Start with their 2 classrooms. And I don't know if you guys are aware, with the huge budget cuts to the AEA a couple years back, Head Start basically lost access to free books. They used to be able to order books from the AEA every month and have a delivery and have access to all these books. Because what's in the classroom, the kids kind of, they've seen it all year, they get bored from it. For them to be able to do that moving forward, for Head Start to do that, it would cost them $10,000 a year, which they don't have. So when I reached out to them, they were like, yes, this is amazing. So we're going to be doing that with them as well, since they don't have the funding to be doing that for the AEA, and hoping to expand it a little bit more. And then the last thing to share is that the Postville Public Library was nominated to be part of the first ever Smithsonian Rural Library Cohort. About 50 libraries in the whole country were nominated to be part of this program. And we find out if we made it to the final round, I think, this week. So I think they're accepting 12 libraries. And if you get accepted, you have monthly meetings with the other library directors or whoever's facilitating the program. A lot of libraries have a bunch of staff, like 20 staff members, so it might not be the director. And you get access to all the Smithsonian's online databases and things for a year. You get a free subscription to the Smithsonian magazine every year. And the purpose of it is to give you access to materials so that you can make better connections with your community. So for like programming and things at the library. So
What was the nomination based on? What criteria?
I got an email that said we were nominated. I think a big part of it, based on the questions when we applied, they were like, you were nominated. And we filled out the application. They really wanted to know about community outreach specifically, and also outreach towards children. So those were the two kind of big things. I think
Second one was what?
outreach specifically to children, ages like 18 months, kindergarten through 18 or something like that. Yeah. So that's it.
Your enthusiasm is why you got this.
Congratulations. You'll find out this week.
I think I was supposed to find out how to fit.
I went through this. Did my wife bring you a box of pamphlets?
Not me personally,
No.
but I don't work till
I went, my
Wednesday.
brother-in-law sells advertising, but they sell, they're in the printing business, the big printing company up in Minneapolis. And when he gave us a tour through there one Saturday, and in this bin, there was a big bin, 4x4x4 deep, that had all these things just get rid of. A lot of them were like trifold, like a trifold. There's like animal tracks, animals of the Arctic. A lot of it had to do with animals and wildlife and all those kind of things. And they were free.
Awesome.
So you could just hand them out to kids.
Yeah.
I just thought that it's the kind of thing that young kids, they like animals.
We'll throw those in the summer reading bags.
Yeah. We have some, but it'd be a tremendous thing if libraries could get access to those, because kids like animals and they will read, anything they read is a plus. So,
And especially cows.
What?
And especially cows.
well, on the downhill from cows.
All right, anything else there in the agenda?
And,
Is that information in there that we got late this afternoon from Zach? Did they all get it?
Yeah, on the
Water tower?
water tower, yes.
So, yeah. So with the vandalism that happened over the weekend anyway, that's what the costs are going to be to repair. I guess it's up to you guys on what route you want to go with.
What is it? What's it gonna be? Anything you can answer?
What's all I could understand was just the initials. And then the one to the first one, they have to drop the water level down below in order to repair. So that's going to be a
So if you
Extra
guys
cost,
haven't
too.
heard, there is a vandalism on our water tower. There's some spray painting done. Up, they climbed to get up there. So yeah.
and pass around back, and I saw it once, I didn't see it again.
So that's what we're talking about. We've got a price to just paint over that, the graffiti. It's not a real big deal. I mean, it's a big deal, but not such a big area.
you can
So-
see it from the road. I mean,
Yeah,
it's
it's on the north side of the
North
water
side.
tower. So-
coming in from 51, you can see it.
So has that person been charged officially?
He's got
I heard there's multiples, but,
multiple charges.
and is that something down the road that can be restitution?
That's what we're discussing right now is this one, if whatever is decided, it's gonna change
Up
that
the
one
charge.
charge and it's gonna go up. Yeah, and there'll be restitution that needs to be paid.
And we say because the value or the cost of the offense.
So basically,
The offense.
2 of the charges are 2 felony charges.
Can you tell what they are?
the one right now is Class B and Class C felony. Yep.
Just one person.
Just one person.
When would the water normally be due for repaint?
That's just what I was thinking.
It is in our capital improvement plan. I'd say within the next 2 years, I think it was on there.
Next to,
Mhm.
And is there also like trespassing charges in,
Those are all-
on that as well?
Those are all been filed already.
Because that is it just a fence or is it got wire along the top too, or?
I'm assuming this individual got in through the main gate because you can open that gate a little bit and squeeze. If you're skinny enough, you'll be able to squeeze through because the fence itself has 3 barbs all the way around.
That's what I was asking, if it had wire
Then-
on the top.
And on the fence itself, it does have a sign stating it's a federal offense for going in there and trespassing. So
Is it
he in
being charged
jail?
federally then too?
I'm not for sure how they're going to approach it.
Is he in prison or jail now?
It's as of right now, this individual's a juvenile, so 17-year-old. So I don't know how they're going to approach it.
And all the other charges they might up him as an adult. So,
That would be
wonderful.
Ms. Mayor, what did you say about insurance or trying to use insurance to pay?
Well, if we can go the route where we can get restitution
Restitution.
instead of turning that into insurance, that would be the way to go.
So your insurance rates go up.
Well, no doubt, and we've got deductible anyway, so.
About 1,000.
It's all through the court system. They determine when the city has the total cost of repairs that gets submitted into the court, and the court determines, okay, this is such amount. You either pay all up front or else you pay a month
I mean,
until
does
it's
it go to the parents? Because you said it was a juvenile.
it's supposed to go to the juvenile, but
That's what I'm
nowadays
saying.
it just
I mean,
goes to
that's
the
the-
nowadays
yeah.
it just goes to the parents. The parents cover it, and you don't learn anything from it. So
It depends on who the parents are.
right,
maybe the parents learn something from it.
it's just and that's all of a court decision on the restitution,
Who's
and
the attorney, and who's the judge and attorney handling this?
don't know.
Not assigned.
It's not even
It's not like
it's
Alameda County,
Elmwood County. What
Court could be-
judges or court or lawyers.
it'll go through Elmwood County court system, but because be a county, one of the county attorneys dealing with it.
Even if the
When they press
federal
the
offense.
charges,
He's
when they press the charges.
Oh,
I would hope so. There's a lot of charges there that need to
he
be
lives
done.
in Postville, this kid?
Huh?
Lives in Postville?
He's a local.
So if we have to drain the tank,
I don't know the cost on that. What?
Yeah, we'd have to get that yet.
Yeah,
Well, that's what I'm saying. That would be a cost.
yeah, because that would
to
get
us.
included
Yeah,
in the final estimate of the cost.
yeah,
Yeah.
but I don't think that you get that whole cost back in restitution, do you? Because I one time had somebody steal my car, and not only did they steal the car, wreck the, in those days, there was a phone that you had in your car that it's kind of a box or something, but anyway, I'm aging myself. Anyway, and plus there was wine in the back, unopened wine in the back, and I never got enough money to pay for all of that, for my restitution.
Yeah.
Never got your wine back either.
No.
It's all up to the
That was
court
the worst
system
part.
and how they do it. Normally, when they do restitution, they push for the total amount, and then it's a monthly
Then it, yeah, see, it
fee
came
that
out,
needs to be
yeah.
paid. If they pay $1 a month for the next 50 years, whatever, I mean, they're still getting
Just
paid.
paid, yeah.
Yeah.
we could go after them to pay it if we do it like municipal, right? Even if. No.
Not when it's in the courts. No, what does the kid own? I mean, it's not like
Well,
he owns
that's what I was
property.
asking about, even the restitution, how does a juvenile pay it?
That's,
So, I mean, if the court gave pretend no restitution or they didn't follow up, we'd be out of. the
Well,
state.
sometimes, and there's a life lesson also, and the juvenile maybe can't pay it, but
Right.
maybe the parents will.
Right.
I mean, when restitution's there, somebody pays.
problem is, like Larry said, they don't learn anything. they're paying for that.
About damn time somebody learns.
I know,
All right.
I agree.
Yeah.
And I think our-
Sometimes
our gate
parents
fixed
gotta
too.
learn.
Yeah.
Be better
It
parents.
just, that's it. Yeah.
Pay $100,000.
It sounds like the gate needs to be adjusted.
So you're
All of that.
asking the council, do you want to just do the $5,000
Yeah,
repair
right.
or do you want to do the $100,000 repair and paint the whole tower? I think that's what you're asking them, right?
I thought it was 55,000.
What?
5,000.
5,000
Doesn't touch him.
or at the 100,000 to paint the whole tower.
If we did the 100,000 to paint the whole tower, the parents of the juvenile are only going to be responsible for that.
No,
No,
they'll
no,
go
no.
after $100,000 is what he's saying. He'll submit
Put it back
reports.
towards the charge. The judge could always knock that out.
Right.
So I have a question too. When you empty the tower, what effect does that have with
Public safety.
Yeah, it does. But then you have cost of your wells that have to refill it and
Right,
there's
right,
expense to all that
yeah.
and treating.
Time.
and that's what that.
Yeah.
I just wondered what it did for the flow water.
Mhm.
Well, we've got the other one too, the ground
That's right.
Right.
storage.
We've got
Yeah.
adequate.
Yeah, it isn't the whole thing. I just.
But,
wanna
but,
think about
but
it.
you're asking the right questions because everything we do costs, so.
So what amount are you thinking?
You know, we're calendar wise, we're coming up to where the tower needs to be redone, but we can't use this as a means of getting that done for a lesser expense.
Get it done free.
And seeing that,
You're not going to get your
seeing
money
what
back.
the courts have usually done about throwing things or discounting things, there's no judge around here that's gonna tack that 100,000 onto a kid for doing some spray painting. I guess I would motion to at least try for the $5,000 in repaint over the problem. And then
Then tack on
tack on,
the water droppage costs.
no,
That's necessary.
Yeah.
so you gotta drop it to do
You
the,
gotta drop the
Yeah.
That
water
too.
level
Mhm.
below
oh,
the
okay.
damage in order to repair it.
And definitely, yeah, have it as a recurring or a continuation of bill to see what that is.
Yeah, we can get that information.
Or an estimated
Yeah.
idea of, so yeah, the 5,000 for Kane plus
And cost.
and cost to the city
For the,
in
Water
expenses to drain and refill and chemicals and time on the employees to do so.
sounds good to me.
Okay,
Saying the 100,000 is not realistic, but they're not gonna hold.
I mean, I work at
No,
the dang
that-
courthouse, there's no judge that's gonna charge a
No.
juvenile for spray painting and tack $100,000 on it.
And you're not
I would be
gonna
happy to
put
get
it
the
in.
5,000 tacked on.
that's being realistic, yes.
So the 5,000, that's my my motion is the $5,000 plus cost of what the city's expenses will be to lower and refill. That's my motion.
Second,
I'll second.
Mary, any further discussion? Not all those in favor say aye. Those say no.
I'm just thinking about being that it's a juvenile and like you were saying, if the charges haven't gone anywhere or court cases or whatever, besides like the possibility of the prosecutor throwing it out or whatever. I mean, sometimes there's also a possibility of medical extenuating circumstances, like mental health issues. And if it goes that route as well, we wouldn't get the money,
That's right.
you know.
Yeah.
If it goes, I'm just,
But we also have insurance to fall back on as a
well,
secondary,
that's what I was
correct?
asking, but,
But as a secondary.
right.
Yeah.
I was just saying about not going for the 100,000 without knowing where this could
And then we
go,
get it.
right?
Well, let's,
5,000 is realistic.
I think you made the correct motion. You got it. And, yeah. All this other stuff, who knows?
Right.
One thing I do know, don't mark up our water tower. It's not good. Anything else on the consent agenda?
I just wanted to ask, because I'm not familiar with this bill for Kermit Miller and galvanized
Oh,
outlets.
I'll let the mayor chat with
Where
him.
that is, I guess, the six, was it 6 galvanized outlets?
Yep.
For tile system?
Yes, so, I didn't see this, but I do know about it, so, he did call me because he was gonna put plastic in. The city burns there.
And I'm in full agreement with the galvanized. I'm just curious, where is this? Where does this all dump and where does? I don't even know
Oh,
where
it's
that
the,
property
it's
is.
the trail by the waste treatment plant.
Okay.
That field, by the waste street.
So he
That's
was-
where Kermit run those tile lines.
And he had some broken tile and he could have just dumped it on our property. And then the mayor talked to him about
I
doing the
did.
repairs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so he was fine, but then our request was to go with galvanized, otherwise
Oh, I
it'd melt the plastic.
Fully agree with
So,
that. Yep.
So that's what that's
Yeah.
about.
I just wasn't, I didn't know where it was at. I
Yeah. It's
didn't
by
know
the
where
waste
property
treatment
was.
plant, that
Okay.
trail, that REAP trail.
No, and then have it rocked, definitely. I've seen too many culverts under county roads get burned and melted.
Yep. That's what that's about. Yeah. Okay, anything else?
The parade and hometown celebration coming up, what do we need to know about that? 7:00 is the parade,
6:30 lineup. Yeah.
lineup, just with the Shriners and all that kind of
Yeah.
stuff.
hmm
What else do we have to do for it to help you?
Did you get any PA system that you were going to work on?
Mike Monroe.
Okay.
Russell White,
Okay.
and he's going to be a second announcer. I need to call Ryan
Good.
Craig,
hmm
but we should have 2 announcing booths.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll call Ryan. I got Mike to do one. And, I don't know. Becky did it last year with me, if she wants to do that, or
Yeah, I can't.
Probably get right.
You know so many more people.
otherwise I
than
will shake the people that are in the football announcing booth. I was gonna, they're younger. They need to get started.
hmm
Yeah, yeah, if you
Nick
want to find
Siemens,
someone,
Nick
you can
Siemens
find
and
somebody
Russell
else. You can find somebody else, go ahead, but I'll be. happy
Isaac
to-
Steffens, that's why I was gonna pick on them because they're younger and
Yeah, they could.
some of us are gonna retire sometime.
Mhm.
Where do you want these PAs set up at so they can cone it off?
One's gonna be at Shooties.
Okay.
We probably have to contact those people.
Yeah.
The other one, I was hoping, I haven't talked to Chris Holford, but it's gonna be at the old postal feed mill location.
Okay.
I've looked at it, looks like there's room for a truck to park there.
Yep.
That'd be Russell.
Sounds good.
Okay.
Do they have a lot of entries?
They've been slowly coming in. So yeah, Heather's been working on that. so.
And people that just show up, can they be at the end of the parade?
We normally give them whatever number's not assigned and they just go get in line.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, because when we have a list and somebody shows up and I didn't know who it was, of course, he knows a lot of people that I don't know.
Yeah. We usually try and just tell them to go to the end of where the lineup is.
That'll be flexible.
I will be out of town for a wedding, so I'll be able to help you.
Anything else? Consent agenda.
I don't know if it's part of the consent agenda, but I just want to say an amazing thank you to this work that Heather's been doing, this groundwork with our rental ordinance,
Mhm.
following up and sending notices. It's unbelievable,
It is.
the work that she's put in. It's
And
incredible.
who is that?
Heather.
Heather's taken that
Oh,
on.
unreal.
I mean, the amount of work and
It is.
But we don't have very much compliance so far.
What were we down to? 49 that hadn't complied yet. So
How many?
close to 100.
We've got very good feet. Yeah, probably, that's probably a realistic number for this
Yeah.
point in time.
Could be. Something new, so. Yep. Right. Good shout out. Yeah. Okay, if there's nothing else, is there a motion to accept the consent agenda?
So, second.
All those in favor say aye. Okay, we're done with that one. Let's go on to item 12, then resolution for money to pay the claims.
So moved.
Second? Right. Hey, you guys want a cookie? Well,
Thank
then
you.
thanks for
Thank
bringing them in.
Appreciate it.
See you next month.
So, okay, Darcy, whenever you're ready.
Moore,
Yep.
Mar,
Yes.
Moody,
Yes.
Ingstrom, Engelhardt.
Yes.
It's done. Thank you. Pay the bills. Would you do that? Okay, item 13, public comment one more time. Anybody out there want to say something? Sure.
Sandy Alderson. I don't know, you know my dress or.
No, that's
Crystal, the table that's in that room that she wants to put the wall up on, that was donated by the Schutte family.
okay.
So, I mean, I think that has to be handled a little bit carefully.
Sure.
So, I have to let them know that this is, going to,
What we're gonna do with it.
so
That was the Dave Trudy family?
they should.
Okay.
Okay, that's great. It's great to know that. Yes, yes. All right. Yeah. Anybody else?
John? Just come for good information. Good to have you here. Well,
Just enjoying the show, right? We could sell tickets.
I don't know where the parade route, what's the parade
Yep,
route
so
is?
the parade lineup will be at Lowell's Park. So it'll come down Oak, turn on East Tilden, and then it'll turn down Maple Street up to the fairgrounds. It will not come down the main street.
I just want to know if I can just go this way or if I can go the end of the alley again.
Yeah.
That's right. Just
Head
wondering
towards
about
Maple.
that. Pardon my chair.
Okay. Right. I like that word perfect, by Kelly. That's good. Okay, if nobody else, okay, I've got on the mayor's report, I just got a few comments. One, Ziegler's open house, public open house will be July 8th. The council and I we got to go through that the other day or whenever day is last week.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you what, that is an awesome building. That is, and I'm sure you folks that were there too, you can comment too, but I just to have something like that in our town, it's something, yeah. And I take my hat off to them because they didn't cut any corners on that building. And as a matter of fact, they came in and asked for 40 acres and they bought a whole farm. So it was like, you knew that these folks really wanted to stay. And that's great. And then, so that's all right. And then, I just have to mention that, I think it's Thursday, but there's the revitalization of the chamber. This is going to get started. And I also think that this is one of those things that, when things fall off for a while, and then we've got some wonderful merchants in this town, and truly, does anybody know? We might know if we live here, but I know that people drive through, they haven't got any idea what we've got here. So I'm taking a look at what the possibilities of this might be, and then of course we all want our storefronts to be full, but we don't want people to fail. So I think this is going to be one of those things that we get her started. I don't know. This could go a long way. I hope it does.
And on that, I wish that people would put their name of what they are in the storefront.
Mhm. Yeah.
I went into that one place, I didn't even know what it was. They finally told me what it was.
Sure.
And then there's that tattoo place, I guess. Did that have to go through us or not?
To me,
Huh?
at the county.
County
I accepted
Health.
him and approved it.
Oh, okay, so it went to the county. We didn't have to approve it as a town. Okay. I mean, at least we know what it is. There's a big sign that says
Yeah.
tattoos.
Well,
And he is
You-
supposed to
you-
be getting more, new signage. So.
And that's fine too. I mean, it says that at least it says something compared to some places that have nothing.
Yes. So I mean, all of these things, they will be addressed, I think, once this gets going. So I think it's a wonderful idea, and it's just been setting for too long. So,
It's open to the public, right? I mean,
Absolutely, yes. Mhm.
Yeah.
You want to mention about any more tours? with businesses?
Oh, sure. So Darcy had the idea that, since we've got to Ziegler, and how about you guys want to set up tours with any other businesses?
That day that group came on the bus from whatever that
Mhm.
Bankers Bunch,
Yeah.
and they went into the grocery store down here. And I think they were impressed by all the variety of items that were in the store. And I don't know if any of you
Which
guys have
store,
gone-
the Mexican one, is by where the furniture store was?
Yeah.
Yes,
I've been in there, they've got.
they've
lots of
got
stuff.
so much stuff. So, I mean,
One I had mentioned to the mayor was Delta Services. Are you familiar with them? And do
What's
you
it
want to
called?
maybe go see them?
What is it?
Delta Services.
Where's that?
That is in Postville.
Next to
Yeah.
Erickson?
It's up in that neighborhood, yes. They make controller panels.
The website looked amazing.
Yeah, so if you, it's,
Where are they located?
they're up on Reynolds Street, like up that way. In the old,
Yeah.
Where the Yankees used to be?
Yes,
thank
that's
you.
it. Yeah.
So, I mean, you do have stuff here that most people maybe don't know.
What's the name of it?
It's called
Delta.
Delta Services. They have a website.
So if that, Darcy can get it lined up.
If that would be one you'd be interested in maybe going to next, if they'd be willing to give you a tour.
even like the new fairground building.
Sure, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Or the food pantry.
Is that
Which one?
the one next door here? I heard it's,
All the stuff was on an auction site, so I don't know if it is. Right?
What's this one?
There's nothing in there.
Yeah.
I mean, all their equipment was up for auction, wasn't it? Yeah.
The pizza, Mikey, what one?
Mhm.
Yeah.
well, is it our turn too now?
Yes,
Yeah.
go ahead. Yeah.
I heard there was gonna be a sale at, Good Sam.
No.
So it must have been, pizza place in the sale. Somebody told me, and I don't know who told me, I can't remember, that said that there's gonna be a sale where the old Good Sam was.
Maybe they were getting mixed up with the tax sale, because that was supposed to be
Taxes,
Maybe
maybe, I
they're
don't know.
read the newspaper.
Well, maybe there's going to be a sale. I don't know.
Oh, I thought maybe you knew.
I know nothing.
This has to do with the tours and the businesses, but when Norplex had their 50-year celebration, I was so impressed. I had a tour. I was so impressed of the people were so proud of what they did, and it's a very precise engineering, very, very precise work that they do. And one of the lady that gave me the tour, it was my tour guide with 10 other people. She recognized me, last week someplace. I'm just saying the pride of the employees was huge in that business when they can show off and showcase what they do. And we're blue collar but precise, scientific, and high level of skill. Talking back to me? Well, anyway, it's good for the business and it's good for the people to know about the business. I learned about Norplex, and I've been through there once before, but it's new and it's more.
Butt dialing somebody, wasn't they?
But anyway, it was really fascinating, and the employees really warmed up to the chance to give us their tour of their, especially when they got to their section.
Well, and they could brag to their kids and grandkids,
There's a lot
because
of them had
they've
kids
never
or
been allowed in
grandchildren
there, I'm
that tour
sure,
group, yeah.
and now they can see what their
Right.
family does.
So, let's see.
I'd be interested in doing
Okay,
more businesses.
I'll reach out. Yeah.
So who's not going to be at this meeting? I'm going to be there. Mary's going to be there. Lori, can we have Lori there? Is that too many council people?
That's too many council people
Okay, I
unless
didn't
I'm
know.
posting some.
Or people have good ideas here today.
You're gonna be where? At that meeting?
Here.
Oh, Thursday? Yeah. Oh.
But if public's invited,
Yeah, it's public, yeah.
we just got to hold it down.
You
You guys
absolutely
get,
can come
and
as
I'll
the
be.
public.
So-
yeah. You
So
just,
Lori and Deborah could sit out there.
yeah.
No,
Mhm.
No, they
Couldn't
can't.
they?
Come incognito.
Let me find out and I'll get back to you.
I'll just.
Wear a
I'll
clown,
ask.
wear a clown suit or something so we don't know what it is.
My disguise
Covers myself.
on. Put my blonde wig back on.
Yeah. All right. Okay, anything else, you guys? Now there's a motion to adjourn.
Make a motion to adjourn.
Second? All those in favor say aye. Those say no. Cookies here, you cooks. I'm glad to see you all.
I wanted to
Share with the city
thanks that.
workers.
I
Okay.
just took tonight on my way here.
Becky, I didn't hear you in the beginning. What did you say?
I was sorry.